It's April 16th, and here's your Western North Carolina update from Patriot Relief. You should know that the response in Western North Carolina has fallen off a lot of people's radars, but the work is continuing to build because so many of us want to help our neighbors get back into their houses and get their lives back to even from where they were before the storm. And so we're continuing to do home repairs, but as I was visiting in Avery County last week, I went to Feeding Avery Families, which is the primary food resource for people that are in need up in that area. And I asked the executive director, who is truly doing God's work, y'all. They are feeding so many people up there. I said, what's your traffic look like? And she said, they were serving about 550 families, but that number's gone up to 760. And I said, why the increase at this time of year? And she said that because unemployment remains so high in the mountain counties, and because people's credit cards are maxed out, and because, as y'all know, it's very expensive to do any food shopping right now thanks to the stickiness of inflation, people that were on the edge and hanging on before the storm got pushed over the edge, and they haven't had success coming back yet. So what we've decided to do at Patriot Relief is to do a volunteer day on April 24th. You can join us in person if you want to help be hands and feet. You can donate financially through patriotrelieffund.com. And we're going to see if we can't fund a month of the food at the Feeding Avery Families, because it costs them about $1,500 a week in food and resources. And we may put together a shopping list, but I'd really rather spend the money at the stores right there in that area with Ingalls. We can keep the dollars local and help with the employment issue. Now, my third challenge to you comes from my friend James in Avery County. He said, well, Lee Brown, what if people took part of their home gardens and brought it to the food pantry so that our neighbors could have good, wholesome North Carolina grown goods, or South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee? Y'all can drive it up too. So I'm designating a part of my garden. Part of my tomato plants are going to go to the food pantries this year. Part of my pepper plants, and of course squash and zucchini, as y'all know in the South, we basically grow it just to give it away. So I'm going to grow extra on my trellises. If y'all didn't know, you can grow your squash and zucchini on trellises to avoid the mold that tends to hit them there in the beds. So join me in this challenge. Show up, spend a little with us, and then grow a little for your neighbors. We can solve a lot of these food crises together. By the way, you can also get merch from Patriot Relief Fund. We're glad to continue being a resource for Western North Carolina because, my friends, we are North Carolinians too, and we're not going anywhere.